Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, on the little description here, we talk about, are we seeing the end and destruction of the bloodline? Well, a lot to talk about. We'll talk about that coming up. But undisputed WWE Champion Roman Reigns returned tonight amidst the chaos of the bloodline. Well, you probably heard and saw what we saw about Roman. A lot of people are speculating, is this the end of the bloodline? We'll talk about that coming up. But kicking off SmackDown, we're going to determine who is next in line between these teams, these five teams. They're going to be next in line to be challenging Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. We'll get to that coming up, as well as, speaking of tag teams, mixed tag team action. AJ Styles and Mixing takes on Karrion Kross and Scarlett. What happened last week when AJ took on Karrion Kross with Scarlett's help to give Karrion the win. We'll talk about that. Speaking of championship edition, Grayson Waller welcomes 14-time Women's World Champion Charlotte Flair to his Waller effect. What will Charlotte Flair say? You won't believe what had happened on that segment. We'll talk about it coming up. As well as this, tonight, CM Punk will be on Collision tonight for the new show on AEW, 2-hour program. We'll talk about CM Punk's debut, and we'll talk about details on what's going to happen later on tonight on the Ring Report for Collision tonight. All this and more when the SmackDown Ring Report with Roman Reigns back in on his throne starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Diggs here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is king. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Man, like I tell you, Roman Reigns has been center all over what's been going on, the center of controversy. The undisputed champion has a lot on his plate, and you won't believe what's going on with Roman. But we'll get to that coming up. Well, we kicked SmackDown off with this: 5 teams. Some of them have been tag team champions. The OC and the Street Profits have been special Raw tag team champions. They want a shot at the goal. Well, it was a gauntlet match, the gauntlet tag team turmoil, whatever you want to call it, to determine who was next in line to get the opportunity to challenge Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the tag team championship. And we didn't have to wait no longer. It was a real competitive match. I say that right now, real competitive. As you see right here, Sheamus and Ridge Holland did do the gauntlet. They took out the Street Profits, which, the Street Profits, I think they need a little tune up or a little something going on with them. But the Street Profits lost. That led to former Raw Tag Team Champions, the OC, the Good Brothers, was in action with Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Sheamus and Ridge Holland went down the gauntlet, taking down all the teams, even Law on the LWO, taking them down. But it was only down to two. It was Sheamus and Ridge Holland gets Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly got their butts kicked, but they managed to find a way to win. Pretty Deadly beat Sheamus and Ridge Holland to earn themselves a tag team opportunity in 2 weeks when SmackDown emanates from London, England. So Pretty Deadly getting themselves a shot for the SmackDown for the Undisputed Tag Team titles against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I kind of predicted Pretty Deadly was going to win, and Pretty Deadly did come in victory, total victory by winning. So Pretty Deadly getting these shots at the Tag Team Championship in 2 weeks. So we'll see that as well. Well, the Bloodline arrived. Paul Heyman, Caleb Braxton tried to get an interview with the Bloodline, but Bloodline kind of rejected her interview. Roman wanted to figure out whose side was Jay Uso was going to be on. Who Jay Uso was he going to fall in line and side with who? That was the question right here. Did Jay Uso who he was going to side with? We was going to get our answer a little bit later on in the show, but things matter to more pressing stuff as Bianca Belair continues to tell Adam Pearce that she wants her shot at the championship, the women's title against Asuka, the rematch that she lost at Night of Champions. Adam Pearce saying that Charlotte's getting the shot, or she runs things, and Bianca Belair didn't like that one bit. We'll tell you a little bit later what Bianca Belair did to confront Charlotte later on. Are there tensions welling between Bayley, Io Sky, Damage Control? We don't know. We know both women are in that Money in the Bank briefcase. You got to wonder who wants it the most. I think Bayley wants it the most. I think Bayley's trying to self-sabotage Io. But Shanti gets herself in the mix. We found out now that breaking news, Bayley will take on Shanti. But if Bayley loses to Shanti, she will lose her spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Shanti will get Bayley's spot. Bayley, it will be just Io competing for Damage Control, but we'll see how that's going to play out eventually. Speaking of that, AJ Styles and Mission of the OC teamed up against Scarlett and Karrion Kross. Scarlett and Karrion Kross been playing mind games with AJ lately. AJ didn't like that one bit. AJ decided to take matters on his own hands, and AJ tried to get the win, but Mission and them didn't get the job done. I think with AJ. AJ lost by pinfall to Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross get the win over AJ Styles. I think they're going to continue this feud to help Karrion Kross out. So we'll see how that's going to go down eventually, one way or another. Speaking of that, Bianca Belair made a rare special appearance on the Grayson Waller effect. Grayson Waller, trying to be the new Miz, I guess, new talk show around here. But Grayson welcomed 14-time women's champion Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair made her return 2 weeks ago and challenged Asuka for the championship after Asuka was presented the championship. Well, Bianca Belair didn't like that one bit. She came out there. Bianca saying that once you losing 14 titles, at least I'm a longest reigning champion. I can keep my title intact. You keep my retention intact. I think Charlotte didn't like that one bit. And I think to me that it's going to be a showdown between Bianca Belair and Charlotte, one way or another. A lot of people want to see this match at SummerSlam. Some might want to say hold off and wait till WrestleMania. Who knows? This could be a triple threat match, and then down the road for SummerSlam, and then down the road it could be a main event one-on-one match at WrestleMania in Philadelphia. So we can see that being a possibility heading our way. Charlotte Flair being told by Bianca Belair that, hey, hold your horses. Well, Asuka may not be a please. We saw this the picture of the women's champion. She said new title. Who is this? So Asuka is got 2 challenges in the waiting in the wings. Even Bianca Belair said that she will get first dibs on who wins between Charlotte and Asuka. She wants next. So Bianca Belair, even when she was told by Adam Pearce that she had to wait in line because Charlotte Flair gets her opportunity first. I mean, who comes in and gets a championship match like that? Charlotte Flair does. All right. There was the moment everyone was waiting on. The moment that Roman Reigns, the undisputed champion, returned. Roman Reigns returned. He returned with a big chip on his shoulder. Roman wanted to know whose side or what would Jey Uso fall in line to. Will he be staying in the bloodline, stay committed to Roman, and be the next heir apparent to the bloodline, be the next tribal chief, or would Jey go stray with his brother? Well, before that answer, Sami Zayn came out there to give Jey a moment of advice. Jey kind of realized that maybe Sami was right. Roman been using me and been trying to target me and trying to down me. And maybe I got my own abilities, my own confidence in myself that I can do it on my own. Sami was trying to give Jey all this time that hey, Roman's gonna fall. He don't need you, and you know you can do this without Roman. Well, it was the moment of time right here. Roman Reigns gets in the ring, awaiting Sami Zayn's decision. Not Sami Zayn, but Jay's decision. I meant to say Jay's decision to see will he gonna fall in line or what he gonna do what he wanted to do. Well, Jay had to think about it. Even Jimmy came out there to give Jay a pep talk. Jimmy tried to give Jay motivation. Jay was almost gonna side with Roman, and then Roman turned around and said Jimmy was the one that doubted you. Jimmy was the one that felt that you didn't have it in you. Well, it was just only time we're gonna tell. And all of a sudden, the place went erupted as the Usos super kick Roman, Jay super kick Roman, making Roman taken aback. Like, what in the world? And you can tell that right here on Paul Heyman's face. Heyman couldn't believe it. Roman couldn't believe it. Even Solo couldn't believe it. And it was just a shocker that the Usos, who was once were the foundation of the bloodline, now left the group one by one, and now it's just only Roman and Solo is in the bloodline. I mean, this was kind of shocking and taking it back. I think it got almost about 1 million views and more in counting. Roman Reigns taking it back, didn't see this coming one bit. Roman Reigns, everything's fall down. The bloodline exploding. I mean, you would never have believed that this was going down. Roman Reigns, the undisputed champion. I don't know what's going on, gonna happen forward, but this right here. I mean, you would never have expect Roman Reigns and them would have been that. But everyone was talking about the Jay would have stayed and Roman would have got rid of Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman has been a wise man for the Samoans for damn near almost 35 years. 1989. You can trace back to WCW days. And Paul Heyman even couldn't believe it. He was just in disbelief. Roman was in disbelief. I can't believe it neither. I don't know what's gonna happen here going forward. But the Usos turned babyface, and now the Uso brothers might have to feel the wrath of Roman Reigns, and we don't know what that's gonna be heading towards Money in the Bank. A lot of people speculating that it could be the Money in the Bank, a tag team match, or it could be both Usos or one of them challenging Roman for the undisputed championship. And I mean, this is something that Roman Reigns did not expect, and it came out of nowhere. I think Roman kind of looking at it real closely now, and I think we're gonna look at it real closely in Money in the Bank to see how all this is gonna transpire. But like I said, that ends your SmackDown ring report. But like I said, Roman Reigns, it's going to take a lot for him to process this because both cousins left him. He only has Solo, but who knows what Roman might have in store for both cousins after they had betrayed him and left him. So we'll see. Well, we know this. We're gonna move forward to wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics, we can tell you this that WWE will present Payback. Payback coming this September. Payback will emanate from Pittsburgh on September 2nd. That'll be more Labor Day weekend. Payback coming back. Payback, so you know what? Payback coming. I guess it'll be the fallout for SummerSlam coming up as well. Speaking of that, Seth Rollins set to defend the World Heavyweight Championship next week, an open challenge. So we'll wait patiently and anxiously to see who's going to be next in line to challenge Seth Rollins for the World Championship. Now, there's been a lot of rumors and saying that Logan Paul will be appearing on Raw. And we could get a WrestleMania rematch between Logan Paul and Seth Rollins from this past WrestleMania. And this time it could be for the world title. We could see that Logan Paul has challenged for the world title before, but he challenged Roman Reigns for at Crown Jewel last November, but lost to Roman. So hey, well, there you go. Speaking of that, I'm watching a little bit of Impact Wrestling, and I always knew right here, Magnus, Nick Aldis is gonna show his true colors. He attacked new world champion Alex Shelley. Nick Aldis turned heel. Now Nick Aldis may be trying to show him true colors like he always has. He could be next in line to get the world title, become the face of Impact Wrestling once again, like he did a decade ago. Well, this was another thing that's interested me in Impact. I really like Bullet Ray. I like Busted Open, his comments, his insights. Well, Bullet Ray has been agitating Scott D'Amore for quite some time. And now Bullet Ray gonna team up with Ski Macklin, a former Impact champion, to take on Scott D'Amore and PCO. PCO and Macklin had their battles for the world title. After Macklin lost his title, which I mean really don't make no sense. But the Impact president, Scott D'Amore and Bullet Ray, has been gold. I mean, them trying to Bullet Ray trying to bully himself into the company and got exactly what he want and stuff. So Bullet Ray, like I said, he getting that opportunity. So we just have to wait and see. But Slamverse is gonna be real good. Bullet Ray and Scott Moore gonna beat the holy hell out of each other. Scott Moore, the president of Impact, got to what they call rescind his duties. He got to step down for temporarily. He'll recuse himself to fight Bullet Ray, not as the president of the company, but as a man. But we'll see that as well. Well, like I said, they said tonight SmackDown was going to be interesting. Roman match, Money Bank match become clear. Tensions rise between Bayley and EO. LA Knight versus Santos. Walker having a lot of support behind the scenes and give more time to shine. Some may lose their Money Bank fight. We told you Bayley and EO, that could be the possibility. We told you that Chauncey will take on Bayley for her spot. Well, tonight's the night. It's Collision on TNT. CM Punk did a interview with ESPN, and he kind of ruffled a lot of people's feathers, saying that he tried to get along with the league, tried to contact with the league, but his lawyers told him not to do so. So CM Punk really tonight he's gonna have his own show, Collision on TNT tonight. We're gonna do a ring report. You know, we're gonna try out. It's just gonna be an experiment. This is an add-on show for now. But we'll see how the show do and how it runs with CM Punk aboard on the creative side of things. And like I said, we'll wait and see how it's gonna look and how it's gonna be. But CM Punk ruffle a lot of feathers with Collision and all that stuff. So like we said tonight, we're gonna do Collision for TNT. Um, that huge 6-man tag team match. CM Punk teaming up with FTR to take on Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold. So that's gonna be a huge match and stuff. We can show them right quick. Well, we kind of know. So hey, CM Punk's back, and he's back with a vengeance, and he's gonna team up with FTR to take on um Small Joe and Bullet Club Gold. So we'll see that coming up tonight here. But the ESPN article I read a couple of, I was like, wow. CM Punk said he wants the show not to focus on, he treats it. He treats the show like a business, to treat the show, to take it serious. CM Punk is serious about his work. But we'll see going forward. All right, we're gonna end it right there with Roman Reigns being blindsided by the Usos. Did not see that coming, but hey, Roman being blindsided by the Usos. Hey, what's gonna happen next with the Usos? What's gonna go down? We'll find out next week and stuff. Well, we'll see you Monday. We're talking about Monday this week on Raw. As champion Seth Rollins defends his title in an open challenge this Monday on Raw. Well, we're gonna end it with Roman for being shot and blindsided by his own cousins, the Usos. Thank you for all for watching the traditional pro wrestling show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, saying so long, and y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you later on tonight for Collision. The Ring Report coming on tonight. See you then.